Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9 Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book, Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, updated with new material by renowned midwife Ina May. Gaskin is a landmark book in contemporary maternity care that blends birth stories, practical guidance, and a strong philosophy of physiological birth. Drawing on decades of experience at the Farm Midwifery Center and broader midwifery traditions, Gaskin presents childbirth as a normal life event that often unfolds best with calm support, informed choices, and respect for the birthing person. The updated edition maintains the original structure, pairing personal narratives that highlight varied birth experiences with sections that explain how labor works, how to work with pain, and how to navigate medical systems when interventions are needed. The book is widely read by first-time parents, doulas, midwives, and clinicians who want a clearer sense of what supports low-intervention birth while still prioritizing safety. Its tone is empowering and body-positive, encouraging readers to replace fear with preparation, confidence, and realistic expectations. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, birth stories as practical preparation. A distinctive feature of the book is its use of first-person birth stories as a learning tool rather than simple inspiration. These narratives show the emotional arc of labor, the unpredictability of timing and sensations, and the many ways support can shape outcomes. Readers see how different people handle early labor, transition, pushing, and the immediate postpartum period, often discovering that fear and tension can intensify discomfort, while reassurance and privacy can reduce it. The stories also introduce real-world variables, such as long labors, quick labors, stalled progress, and unexpected changes of plan. Importantly, they help normalize experiences that can otherwise feel isolating, such as vocalizing, shaking, or needing to change positions repeatedly. By comparing multiple accounts, readers can identify patterns, continuous support matters, confidence can be built, and interventions are sometimes useful but not always inevitable. The cumulative effect is practical readiness. Instead of a single idealized model, the stories show a range of normal, reminding readers that a good birth is not one rigid script, but an experience where the birthing person feels supported, informed, and respected. Secondly, understanding the physiology of labor and birth. The guidance sections focus on how the body initiates and sustains labor, emphasizing that childbirth is powered by coordinated hormonal and muscular processes. The book encourages readers to understand basics such as cervical change, the role of uterine contractions, the importance of relaxation, and how stress hormones can interfere with progress. By framing labor as a purposeful sequence rather than a mysterious ordeal, it helps readers interpret common sensations and reduces the temptation to view every challenge as a sign that something is wrong. The book also highlights how environment influences physiology, including the value of feeling safe, private, and unhurried. Topics often associated with midwifery care are presented in accessible terms: movement and positioning, hydration and nourishment, and avoiding unnecessary disturbance. This physiological lens does not deny the reality of complications, but it aims to prevent routine management from overriding normal variation. The overall message is that informed preparation works best when paired with trust in the body and patience with the process. For many readers, this approach provides a counterbalance to purely clinical descriptions, making it easier to collaborate with care providers while staying grounded in how labor typically functions. Thirdly, pain, fear, and comfort strategies during labor. A central theme is the relationship between fear and pain and how confidence can change the experience of labor. The book discusses coping as a set of learnable skills rather than a personality trait, offering a wide menu of comfort measures. These include breathing and vocalization, warm water, massage and counterpressure, movement, squatting or hands and knees positions, and creating a supportive atmosphere with trusted people. The emphasis is not on heroism, but on options. Readers are encouraged to recognize that pain in labor has meaning and rhythm, and that the ability to rest between contractions can be cultivated with relaxation techniques. The book also addresses the value of continuous support from a midwife, doula, or attentive partner, especially when labor becomes intense or prolonged. At the same time, it acknowledges that medical pain relief can be appropriate and that requesting it does not equal failure. By integrating both non-pharmacologic and medical perspectives, the book aims to reduce shame and increase agency. The practical takeaway is that preparation should include flexible coping plans, clear communication, and a mindset that treats comfort as essential care rather than an optional extra. Fourthly, informed choice and navigating medical interventions. While the book strongly favors low-intervention birth when circumstances allow, it also equips readers to navigate hospital systems and common obstetric procedures. It encourages informed consent and shared decision-making, urging readers to ask what an intervention is for, what alternatives exist, and what the risks and benefits are in their specific situation. Topics typically addressed in this context include induction, continuous monitoring, epidurals, assisted vaginal birth, and cesarean birth. The book aims to help readers distinguish between routine practices and medically indicated care, and to understand how policies and time pressures can influence recommendations. It also highlights the importance of supportive communication, continuity of care when possible, and having an advocate who can help maintain the birthing person's preferences under stress. Rather than presenting a simplistic opposition between natural and medical, the book frames birth as a spectrum where safety and autonomy should coexist. This perspective can help readers approach care providers as partners while still protecting their rights. It also helps families prepare emotionally for changes of plan, emphasizing that respectful care and healthy outcomes matter more than adhering to a preconceived ideal. Lastly, postpartum realities and confidence in early parenting, the book extends beyond the moment of birth to reinforce that postpartum recovery and early parenting are part of the childbirth journey. It addresses the immediate hours after delivery and the days and weeks that follow, when physical healing, sleep disruption, and emotional shifts can be intense. Readers are encouraged to plan for practical support, reduce expectations, and treat rest and nourishment as priorities rather than luxuries. The discussion often highlights how early bonding, skin-to-skin contact, and calm surroundings can support both parent and baby, while also acknowledging that feeding and adjustment can be challenging. By presenting postpartum as a period that deserves as much preparation as labor, the book counters the common cultural focus on birth as a finish line. It also reinforces self-trust. The skills used in labor, such as listening to the body, seeking help, and advocating for needs, continue to be valuable. This perspective can reduce feelings of isolation or inadequacy, especially for first-time parents. The overall message is that a supported postpartum experience strengthens long-term well-being, making it easier to recover, connect, and step into parenthood with steadier confidence. In conclusion, this book is best for pregnant readers who want an empowering, physiology-centered view of childbirth, as well as partners, doulas, midwives, and clinicians who want to understand what supportive, low-intervention care looks like from the inside. It can benefit a reader's life by replacing vague fear with concrete preparation, clarifying the normal stages and sensations of labor, and emphasizing skills that improve coping and communication. Many readers also gain a stronger sense of agency, learning how to ask better questions, weigh interventions thoughtfully, and seek respectful care. Compared with many pregnancy books that lean heavily on checklists or medical summaries, this one stands out for its combination of vivid real-world stories and practical, experience-based guidance. The narrative approach helps the information stick, and the consistent focus on environment, support, and confidence fills gaps that clinical resources often leave. The updated material keeps the book relevant for modern readers navigating today's maternity systems. If you want a resource that honors the emotional and physical reality of birth while still taking safety and informed choice seriously, it is a worthwhile purchase that can shape not only your birth plans, but also your overall approach to self-advocacy and resilience. If you would like to support Ina May Gaskin, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.